cause you don't know what you're facing, man. I just snap and black out and then thud. I come to and you're all bloody in the mud. That's the way it goes when you miss a lithium dose. Suicidal thoughts, cock it back and I'm ghost. Can't hold me in, can't hold me down. Everything living, let's coast it now. Blow me away, blow me away. Put your gun up to my head, blow me away. Can't hold me in, can't hold me down. Everything living, let's coast it now. Blow me away, blow me away, blow me away. Put your gun up to my head, blow me away. The sickness worsens, it spreads just like a virus. Contaminated, but them snitches always find us. On the run, trying to hide from my vertigo. Real high, medicated, suffocated though. I got no rules, no love, no way for you to understand. I got no game, no time, won't let you know that I'm the man that looks loose and understands his own destiny. I gotta take my life and show you all the best of me. Can't hold me in, can't hold me down. Everything living, let's coast it now. Blow me away, blow me away, blow me away. Put your gun up to my head, blow me away. Can't hold me in, can't hold me down. Everything living, let's coast it now. Blow me away, blow me away, blow me away. Put your gun up to my head, blow me away. Move a trigger, please put me out my misery. The beat is on, so I best just let it be. Blow me away, blow me away. Put your gun up to my head, blow me away. Move a trigger, please put me out my misery. The beat is on, so I best just let it be. Blow me away, blow me away. Put your gun up to my head, blow me away.
costs that much, cause it takes me fucking hours. It costs that much, cause I don't have superpowers. So you need to pay for my skills, cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much, cause it takes me fucking hours. You need to pay for my skills, cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much, cause it takes me fucking hours.
We have a great show for you this evening, apparently.
Oh no.
Doc! Oh no! Jesus!
I am. I'm great. There we go. Could I do that again? Cut. Action.
Hold it down.
Oh my god. I'm trying so hard.
Hold.
Wait, I got mine. Wait. Sir, this is a Wendy's. You really are stoned, aren't you? I'm like still trying to figure out if you are or not. I've been seriously trying to figure out for so long.
Shh. That goddamn chicken. Woo! It's been a while since we've done this. I was telling Jimmy, who's coming up here in a second, I was telling her, I'm nervous. I haven't done this in about 2 months, so anyway, howdy everybody. Like I said, I'm gonna bring Jimmy in here shortly, and we'll shout out the chat together. Probably gonna need help. We got a bunch of folks in here tonight, so good job. Great shows earlier tonight. With Willie and who else was on there? Political Matrix and Beauty and Boomer. It was another one too, I forgot. Wait a minute, I think it's in here. I don't want to where was that? Anyway, a lot of shows tonight. There was a lot of shows tonight, and it was a good Saturday night. So oh yeah, Misty, bitch is back. The bitch is back, so that's great. This is, I did this little shtick on Chicago Corner the other night. So this is an actual picture of New York last week. Not the flying cars, though. The flying cars. Hang on a second. We got to do something here. I got to go behind the scenes. So one moment, please. Anyway, let me see if I can do this. See, that's the thing. When you haven't done this show in so long, it is crazy. You know what I'm going to do? Fuck it. Chicken in a bucket, fuck it. Let's bring in the boss, Bruce Springsteen. Good to see you, Bruce. You are muted, Bruce.
Oh, I was doing so good, too. Do I do it again? Leroy Jenkins!
We're back, baby!
We're back, baby!
I mean, now, earlier today, I did a gaming stream with Red Dead Redemption 2. Had a few issues with probably having to do with bit rates and stuff. I recently upgraded the internet here to get better upload speeds, right? So I basically doubled my upload speed. So I'm hopefully, the speed itself is fine. Hopefully we look okay, good enough for government work, that sort of thing. Jimmy, you always look marvelous, baby. You know, what can I say? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so... but there's been a few technical issues tonight. So first off, I want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's on Rockfin. Unfortunately, for some reason, I updated some software, and the Rockfin comments are not mixing in with the YouTube comments. Like there's some sort of segregation going on, and we don't abide by that here at this show. So. But Jim and Death to Tyrants is over there. Copeland Morris, Good to see all of y'all. Yeah, New York Smoke-a-thon, Jim. That's exactly what it was. So, yeah, like I said, we got everybody and their moms in the chat. So it's good to see everybody, man. It's been, like I said, it's been a couple months. You know, I've had some life-changing things going on with me. I have a new job, which I like, actually. It's one of those kind of jobs that you don't really have to think about stuff. It's more repetitive type stuff, and they encourage you to smoke weed on the job. So, nice. You know, it's one of those places, and the pay is actually pretty decent. So, yeah. So we're trying to get everything situated. We're getting the secret show back first, you know, so we can get in the groove. And then the other shows will be coming pretty soon. Before I forget, and I know I will forget, coming up at the end of the month, I believe on June 28th, that's a Wednesday night, my buddy Robert Moore is going to be back, my science buddy, Mr. Physicist, and we're going to talk about the James Webb Space Telescope and Oumuamua, and how Michio Kaku thinks that our universe is actually inside a giant black hole. You know, that kind of crazy, you know, Michio over there at City College in New York, man. You know, he's got that white hippie hair, you know, and he's puffing. He goes, you know, he's like sitting in the cafeteria with the other guys going, because, you know, it's legal in New York, so you can probably smoke on campus, so he's probably sitting there going, well, you know, I bet you the whole fucking universe is in a goddamn black hole. And then all those other theoretical physicists were sitting around going, woo! That's it! That's the fucking holy grail!
Yep. I want to know what he thinks about that and how he can... What his I don't know, solution or ideas or whatever he came up with to consider us inside of a black hole. Like, does he know how big a black hole is? It's huge. Like, well, you know, the Hubble Space Telescope picture of all of those galaxies that you see, that's like the super famous picture of like thousands of galaxies. All of that is just a speck inside of a black hole. It's huge.
And there's different sized black holes. You know, you have you have your garden variety.
Well, I'm talking
black
about
holes.
the supermassive black hole. The
right.
supermassive black hole is that big.
Right. So what he's saying, what Michio is saying, is that, okay, so you have your regular garden variety black holes, right? Then you have your super black holes at the center of galaxies, but then he says the whole universe is inside of a black hole, a super gigantic, I don't know what the scientific term for something that size would be, super gigantic, biggest motherfucker ever black hole, but, you know, and I love
it's called supermassive black hole. That's what they're called.
No, but that's the one in the center of a galaxy. I'm talking about if you got a whole universe inside a black hole, that size of the black hole is got to be like gargantuan. Jesus Christ, there ain't nothing ever going to be this big ever in the history of shit ever, kind of thing.
Right.
Anyway, right. I digress. I'm talking about black holes. Reminds me of my prison days. You know,
that was bad.
That's what they called me in the cafeteria, Jimmy. You know. And my black famous hole? Catch, black hole. They'd say a black hole. Nice. Not even light's gonna escape.
They're just throwing you under the bus like that, huh?
Yeah, and that's when I said, "Get your hand off my penis!" Yes.
No, my man, no sexy!
Oh man.
I was a good girl in prison. Anyway.
Well, that's cool. So you're having him on your show tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow. It's going to be on the 28th. He has scholarly duties. So I was going to try to have him on this Wednesday, the 21st, but no can do. he said, "I'm Hall & Oates. I can't go for that." But the next week, I think he's going to come on. So, and he's really looking forward to it too. We had such a great time last time. Robert came on. We were talking about all kinds of crazy shit about, like, you know, killer asteroids and you know, possible. I think we talked about. I don't think we talked about ancient civilizations. I think we may have talked about something else. So if he's not on Extra Bulla Live, I may have him on Mundus Ultra and just have that a very special episode of Mundus Ultra. You know what I mean? You know, where Bobby, it's one of those very special episodes where the little kid in junior high, he's like taking a flask of whiskey to school, you know, and then on a very special episode of Billy Goes to School, Billy goes to school with a flask full of whiskey.
I mean, go for it. Go for it. Whew, I am sneezing. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up now. We haven't shouted out the chat. You want to help me with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think we need help. This is a good problem to have. Is too many people in the chat. So, you know, the more the merrier.
All right.
So take it away, Jimmy. Go ahead.
All right, so people I know of so far. What's up, Gamer? I know Nikki's in here. I saw Sherry. Hi, Sherry. I just want to say hi. Cynical Girl is in here too. We got Choosy Heretics, Snow Himbo. I said Gamer. Rick is here. What's up, Rick? P-Stub. P-Stub was here like at the beginning. So was I think Miguel as well. Anthony's here. We got Skip here. Skip was the one that did one of the songs, right? That's right. What's the band name?
Yeah, Skippy is he is oh shit, what was the name of those songs? The first two songs that we played tonight.
So much weed before we start this show, I swear.
Look, I'm productive sometimes. Phat Patsy and Desolate Visions. He's in both of those. So, and that was the first two songs we played tonight. Yeah. So love me some Skippy. Skippy is his nickname. His real name is Seth Pendle. He's down in Tejas. There. He has an emu ranch, but he doesn't slaughter them for meat. He puts saddles on there, and he gets circus monkeys to come ride him for like this bizarre circus that the people that he kidnapped can enjoy because he likes to entertain people.
I'm on it. Sign me up. My stripper name was Circus Monkey. Let's do it.
Circus Monkey. Woo! Hello.
California Rules, Snork, we've got Ed Heller, we've got, who else do we got in here? Nadia,
V.S. Adams is here.
I don't call 1-800 Ricky Berg's mommy. He's been calling me such funny names today that in StreamYard today, I put my name down as Jimmy Eats Squirrels because that's what he called me, and it's amazing. I'm in love with it.
That's Propaganda. Propaganda is an amazing individual, so very much a character. We love some Propaganda.
I'm here for it.
So. Yeah, we got Anthony's in here, Rick, Snow Himbo, good to see you, and all the usual suspects, Ed, Heller. Thanks, Ed, for having us on Chicago Corner the other night. Me and Jimmy were on there, and we were talking about UAPs and UFOs and stuff like that, and the Vatican hiding shit, you know what I mean? So that was a good night. The only thing is, I was really baked. I'm pretty baked tonight, but I was really baked that night because I just came home from work too. So you're tired, and then you get baked, and then you settle into that, couch glove where you're just like, and then you got a friend who says, "Hey, you want to come on the show?" And you're like, "Oh no, man, I'm pretty hurt," if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
And
I was getting ready to play Fortnite, and they're like, "You guys can come on," and I was like, "All right, I'll do it if Warren does it," because I told them that I would text you, and then I text you, and then you put in there, you're like, "All right, let's do it." I'm like, "Okay, fine, I can't play Fortnite. I'm going."
You know what, Jimmy? You know what it seems like to me? It feels like we're doctors. You're always on call. It's like we can't have lives of our own. You know, when we're called into service to do live stream duty, you know, get a little tired of it. Just, you know, I'm just saying.
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when you're like the alien, you know, professional. So, you know, that's me. I'm the professional alien scientist. So I get called. That's what happens.
Yeah,
I think we've got Midnight Karma is also in the chat. I'm like almost all the way to the top. I think I'm pretty much got everybody that's here so far. Don't want to forget Mouse SF as well. He is here. VS Adams is also in the chat.
Game.film too. I saw him. California Rules. Good to see you, Cynical Girl. Cynical Girl. Yep. We gotta get Jesse back on sometime soon. Last time he was on was pretty funny. So we'll get him on again and make him play some new shit for us. So
yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. And I just want to give a huge shout out. He's not even in the audience or anything, but man, Pasta today with Cornell West was off the damn hook. I was fired up today. I mean, I've been really kind of tiptoeing, you know, on whether or not I'm going to vote for Cornell West or not. You know, it kind of started bringing back the little hopes and dreams and stuff. And he really asked a lot of questions that I really needed answered. And it was really good to hear. I mean, I'm still questionable. We didn't really get, you know, everything that we wanted and a lot of questions answered because I guess Cornell West had to go at 2 today. But it was really, really cool to see that. And I really like the questions that Pasta asked today because they were really some questions that were needed. The Fauci questions, you know, the People's Party questions, things like that. Like it was just, and the Ukraine questions with the Putin thing as well. Like it was nice. It was good. It was really good.
Well, that's the thing, you know, and I mean, I love Cornell to death, but you know, when you decide that you're going to run for office like that, especially if you're running for president, you know, you have to have this expectation that there's going to be some scrutiny. And because you've been scrutinizing the left this whole time, you have to be consistent. You have to scrutinize him as well. Doesn't mean you have to make unfair assumptions and stuff like that about him, but, you know, you find out some fact about him that needs to be reported, people need to know about it, that might affect, you know, whether he would make a good president or not. You got to put that information out there. You know, it's not a witch hunt. It's just, it's vetting, basically. The people should vet these candidates. Absolutely.
It was good. It was good. It was good to have somebody brave enough to ask him some of those questions. It was nice.
Yeah, I like to see that kind of stuff. And well, you know, and Pasta is definitely not afraid to talk to anybody. So that's one of his superpowers too. And Pasta's genuine too. You know, he's to me, you know, he's very sincere when he's asking these questions. You know, he asks these questions just like you know, just like anybody else who, you know, just some blue collar person or whoever is not even a journalist or anything, but would have these kind of questions, you know. So good on Pasta. Yeah, you know, Pasta doing what he's doing, you know, Fee doing her thing in Russia, and a lot has happened since we have been absentito from the late night Saturday night fun fest here. So, you know, I know.
Hey, I had to go touch grass for a while. All right, I needed to touch grass. You got a job. I had to touch grass.
Well, I think it was a well earned hiatus. You know, normally I do the hiatus during the summertime whenever it's ungodly hot in here and nobody wants to see me shirtless. But you know, if the people's like, well, how can you didn't have a shirt in the summer? What's wrong with you? It's like, because I don't have air conditioner, and I would have had to done it shirtless, and it would have looked gross. So we're not, you know, I mean, I look better now, but back then I was, you know, last summer, and this summer, still nobody gets to see my moobs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Unless
special occasions only.
You know, unless, you know, give me a nice little tip there, you know, and I just stick it in my brow, you know.
There you go. That works.
do this because it's magic, because my
But see, that would consist of you needing to be wearing a bikini top, and I'm so here for that if you want to do that.
That would be like Jim Carrey from In Living Color when he was playing the androgynous chick, you know, and he had the bikini top. Hey, he talked like this. Hello. I can't remember the character's name, but you know, and he had like the pigtails, and he had the thing up there.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, it was pretty. That was pretty ridiculous. So, Rick telling some tales. I don't know who I'm talking about, Gamer. Come on, you know I don't pay attention to this show. Wait a minute. Where did Rick say this shit? Hang on a second. I'm having a senior moment and a stoner moment.
Wait, what's going on? Your soul got me lost now.
No, this doesn't concern you, Jimi, is it?
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. He said something like I get it.
This is an AB conversation, and I need to see my way out of it. Yeah, I get it. I'm here for it.
No, it is not like that at all.
Anthony said Bulkini. I'm gonna start calling you Bulkini.
Bulkini. I make sure that if I wear it, I have to make sure it's ice cold in here, so I'd have nice, you know, pointy nips, you know, to rival those of Nay's Garden. Apparently there's a whole cult of people who worship Nay's Garden's nipples because he does live shows. He's very confident in doing live streams shirtless, right? Mm-hmm. I'm kind of confident, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, I'm probably going to freak somebody out because, you know, there's always that one person like, you know, and then they have a heart attack and then I get sued and, you know, fuck that. You know, I don't want to go to jail or give anybody money. I don't have any money. So, yes.
I mean, he can do what he wants. I mean, he's got great nips, so, I mean, I give it to him.
Yes. He kind of reminds me of that wrestler Ric Flair a little bit. Like if you put Ric Flair in the microwave and he kind of shriveled up just a little bit, that's what Nay's Garden would look like. He'd look like Ric Flair, in the microwave oven. So, Nay's Garden blocked me. Did you know that he blocked me? He unblocked me. Then he blocked me again. And you remember that? I was in that stream. I was on the stream.
That was during the time that I actually tried for like a week to give that guy a chance to listen to, like, you know, not just listen to your guys, like you dudes little drama that you had going on, little booby drama and shit. Swear to God, you sounded like high school girls. It was hilarious. So I gave him like a week. I was gonna give him just to listen to what he has to say. I didn't realize that guy's a shit lib. Like, he's like a full-on Hillary Clinton loving Democrat. Like, he's all in that shit. I didn't realize that about him. So I turned it off. I had to turn it off.
Yeah, that disappoints me too. You know.
Yeah.
Because you know, deep down, I like Nay's Garden. He's a character, right?
He is a character.
He's really easy to rile up too, but I mean, you don't even have to try. You can just it's kind of like just taking a match and you tossing it in the fireworks store, right? And then you just walk away and it's boop, 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 you know, pop, pop, pop. Now it's just blowing it up all over the place. Because that's what he does. He just, because all I said was like, mass, they didn't really do that much for people. And he just went off and then he blocked me. So, anyway, it saddens me. So, listen, I want to reach out to people right now. If you know Nay's Garden, like personally, IRL, you know, reach out to him and tell him, don't let my political differences with him deprive me of seeing his nipples. All right? And not just see nipples, just like be in the inner circle of the nippledom. You know what I mean? There's like a whole hierarchy, Jimmy, of nipple cultists in Nay's Garden's family. I'm totally making all this shit up. But it does sound realistic because he is kind of a whack job. Anyway. Oh shit! I forgot to turn you off. Look at that. Where did Jimi go? There she is. Wait a minute. Peekaboo.
It's the chickens. I love the chickens.
I don't like the setup though. I miss the old setup. This looks low rent. It looks, you know what this looks like? This looks like, okay, that the since we've been off for 2 months, although this was happening before I left. Hang on just a second. Jimi, can you take over for a second?
Uh-oh, what? What did I do wrong? Okay. Hello. I'm like, what the fuck now, you guys? I don't know what happened. Something happened. He never leaves the stream. I don't know what he... Oh, it sounds like he's in trouble! I miss masks too, Rick, because I got like those like fake phony knockoff like brands of like Louis Vuitton and Burberry, and I still want to wear them so bad so I can feel bougie, and they're not. I don't wear masks anymore. If I go somewhere touristy and there's like, you know, a bunch of people there that are still wearing masks, I'll just throw it on just so I can be like, I'm wearing my Louis Vuitton mask, even though it's like a knockoff. I miss masks. They were so fun. It reminds me of my raver days. Like, I used to wear a mask all the time in my raver days. You stick like, what's that mint stuff that you would put on your chest when you got a cold? Vicks? Yeah, you'd put Vicks Vapor Rub on the inside of the mask, and then you put the mask on while you were rolling balls at a rave. It was the best.
Vicks is a good smell. I do like the smell of Vicks. And it's like the wasabi of medicine, right? Mm-hmm. You know, it just kind of opens you up. What was, I'm pointing this way. So what was going on over here? My neighbor today. All right. So a little backstory. So
yeah, what was that about? You get in trouble?
No. So earlier today, right? I was running my little errands and I come home, and there's 3 doors I got to go through. There's like the front door, there's like the foyer door, and then you get upstairs and then there's my door. Right, so I get up to my door and I put the key in, and I turn the key, and my hand turns, but the key doesn't move. And I look down, and the key was about to break. So I slowly. It was like a bomb. It was like a bomb threat, right? One moment, please.
Oh, there's the bomb threat again. Yona, what's up, brother Yona? It's good to see you in the comments. Who said weed delivery? What is up? I never tried the inhaler stuff, like the ones that you stick in your nose. No, I've always been scared to stick things up my nose. So I don't do that.
Oh, you can't see it. It's chroma key. Yeah, okay.
You got Heineken's? How'd you get what? I thought,
right, so
bomb threat? Key broke, bomb threat, and then you get Heineken's? How does this work? Well, I need to move to New York.
Man, you totally like simplified that way too much. All right, so listen. So the key was like about to break, right? So that was my neighbor, Richard, super nice guy, right? So I was like, shit, because my phone was in here too, and everything was in here, and I said, yeah, can we call the landlord? So long story short. He sent somebody over, gave me a new key to get in here, and I was like very appreciative of him. And he's the one who's knocking on the door, and I went to the door, and he came in, and he said, "Hey, do you like beer?" Right? And I said, "Do you like titties?" And he said, "Yes, sir, I do." I said, well, ditto, and he gave me one more of these that I'm sitting over here, and I might crack open here in a second. So,
I thought you were going to show him your titties. We were just talking about nips. Come on. You didn't show him titties for the beer? What kind of woman are you?
He doesn't want to see my titties.
Everybody loves titties.
Not these.
If you just cover your face, there's no difference. I mean, you can imagine.
I have the Helen Keller of man breasts. All right, so nobody wants any part of that. Hang on a second, just putting beer in the fridge. This wonderful beer that was given to me by my awesome neighbor. I have a really cool building. It's the first floor that sucks. That's where the crazy people and this Karen chick who has this dog that's like 1 inch tall. but sounds like, has a bark that you can hear from Mars. One of those things. Oh, magic camera.
Nope,
No?
didn't work. Nope. Mel said if you drink Heineken on a green screen, you don't gain any weight.
That's funny. That's true. It's funny because it's true.
It's true.
Science. I didn't even think about it. It's a green bottle.
Yeah.
I don't usually
The
like
more
the
you
good.
know.
James McGruder the third. I don't know if you're Scottish. I'm pretty sure you might be of Scottish heritage, but I like to say James McGruder the third. He's on the Rockfin. He says Greenhouse do good Dutch skunk. Normally I'm not a skunky beer kind of guy. When I do drink beer, there's only really 2 beers that I drink, and it depends on how fancy I want to be. Right, when I'm feeling fancy, I drink Stella Artois, because I like the taste of that. It's light, refreshing, it's bubbly, it makes me feel Belgian a little bit. And then
Okay.
I have my redneck beer, which is my Coors Banquet Tall Boy in the yellow can. It's delicious, so good.
All right.
One of those, and I'm good for the night. So
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So enough about you. Let's talk about me. Wait, what?
I don't drink much anymore. I guess, okay, so when I used to drink, my fancy drink was Blue Moon. I
Right.
love Blue Moon with an orange. And then my cheap, quick drink that I can buy a lot of was either Coors Light, and I also did like the Bud Light Lime when they came out. Sometimes Land Shark. I really like Land Shark a lot too.
Wait, what's Land Shark?
Some kind of like a pale ale, maybe. Like it was a lager, so it was like the one in between the ale and the beer.
Oh, I got you. When you grow up redneck and not really that many options once you get to drinking age, you had like Budweiser, Miller Lite, you had the usual suspects of watered down good enough beer, but then as it got older, just what was it, the 90s was when, I think that's when the 90s when they started doing craft beers like that, the fancy beers, home brews.
Mm-hmm.
People who were doing home brews for years decided they were going to start opening their own little microbreweries.
Yeah.
And
I did not know Land Shark is a Jimmy Buffett beer. Jesus.
what is that? Who's the Jimmy Buffett beer?
Land Shark, the one that I was talking about that I like.
Really? How is that a Jimmy Buffett beer? Does he like make songs about it or something?
Oh no.
I go to the park, drink me some Land Shark, then I'm drinking on the beach all day. Boo, 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 boo. That's all his songs are about. It's like drinking and being on the beach, maybe going fishing. I ain't owned shoes since 1974. Do, 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 do. And, it's just, that's all that motherfucker's been doing for like decades. It's just singing songs about him just being an asshole on the beach.
Okay.
I buried the body by the reef. I don't think anybody will find it. Shit like that. Anyway.
Mouse says that he owns a brewery and a restaurant.
Yeah, he does.
Typical country singer.
He, what, Margaritavilles. I think is that his thing? Or is that a separate thing? Because he has the song Margaritaville, right?
Yeah.
But anyway.
There was that country singer that did the song I Love This Bar, and then he actually created a restaurant called I Love This Bar.
See, Cynical Girl says, I don't get the attraction to JB. That's more of a boomer thing. Jimmy Buffett's more of a boomer / early Gen X kind of people. You know, the boomer spillovers, the wannabes, the posers.
Okay. Cynical Girl said, yeah, Margaritaville is a chain of his restaurants.
Right. Just like the Bubba Gump shrimp restaurants. You know.
Yep.
You know, if you go to they have one of those in New Orleans, which is kind of ridiculous. That's like going to New York and then going to Pizza Hut. You know what I mean? Why you want to go to a chain? You want to get authentica. You want authentic, right?
Okay. I guess. I mean, but Bubba Gump is like the experience, you know, like the Forrest Gump experience.
Right, yeah. How old is that movie? Was that 89? Was that early 90s?
It had to be 90s, like 92, 94, somewhere around there.
Miguel is our...
I know, right?
Miguel
or
is
Ed.
our Miguel or Ed are our Star Trek computers.
I know.
So I'll say computer. Wait a minute, what was the question we were asking? Miguel says 1994.
There you go.
That came out. Wait, what came out in 94?
Forrest Gump, sorry.
Very good. Very good. See, we got the smartest chat on the planet, yo. We could solve so many problems tonight.
Right.
We could do it if we wanted to. But we don't
All right,
wanna,
well then will you help Stephen Greer answer the 0 point energy question for once, please? Somebody, so he'll stop asking for money.
Do you think it's a scam? Do you think that's a whole scheme?
I think it's a funding scam because I've seen it. I've seen 0 point energy being used on YouTube videos, and people have talked about it being released and being used and shit. And he just keeps every few years just keeps popping back up with, hey, we need funding for this. I watched the video today. I'm so freaking mad that he said that again at the end. He's asking for more funding again, and it pisses me off. Like, there is a way to just find a way to make 0 point energy and put it out on the internet everywhere so everyone can see how to make it, so everyone can fucking make it. Like, I don't understand why you keep putting it off and keep putting it off and keep putting it off. Just makes me mad.
Yeah. So, Forrest Trump, the walls are closing in. What's up, Mouse SF? Good to see you. Snort too. There was some folks we kind of missed earlier. That was my fault. I had a stoner senior moment. But you know, I always have to blame
Jewish space lasers.
Because they always focus on me. Jim.
Was that too much to ask for the audience? I think we overwhelmed the audience with the 0 point energy. Anyone know how to make 0 point energy? Anyone?
But James says, what about orgone energy? ORGONE energy. Kate Bush knows. Is that a song? Wait a minute. Did I get duped? Did I get duped by a question? James! How dare you? Jim says, a few decades ago I worked for Buffett. Buffett. Yeah, it's Jimmy Buffett. That's right. Showing him how to use recording software in his studio. Cool. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he owns a few huge retirement communities for retired escapists. Right? I wish I was this retired escapist, because I'd like to retire and I want to escape. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get that RV. I want to win lotto and get like the tour bus like some rock star has, but that's gonna be my mobile palace. And I'm not even gonna wait for the apocalypse. I'm gonna fucking armor the fuck out of that shit, put on some like weapon turrets and stuff like that, you know, and bulletproof glass, man. I'm already ready for some fucking Mad Max shit, man. I want to have that thing and have comfort on the inside, because, you know, it's kind of fancy.
Right. I'm not ready for the apocalypse yet. I had 2 weeks of the apocalypse in this fucking house during that snowstorm, and I'm going to die, okay?
Well, okay. Technically, yes, you were in an apocalypse. So, thanks. Debbie Downer, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio. We got Debbie Downer. Bring in those
Look. I've been watching
positive,
alien
happy
stuff
vibes.
all day. I've been watching alien stuff all day, and we're already on a trajectory of everything going down. The only way for us to not, like, literally just obliviate ourselves or have something else obliviate us is we all need to, like, all countries, everything needs to stop warring. We all need to fucking get along so we can become a part of, you know, what they call, like, the quote-unquote extraterrestrial system. So, you know, it's either we're doomed to repeat ourselves or we, you know, give in and try something new. So.
I think we have. We probably will. Humanity is going to come to that crossroads where they could do some like really cool, awesome stuff, evolve, be advanced,
Right.
clean up the world, be in harmony with the animals, all that stuff that you could do. But then it's the other route where you have greed, and I got to get mine right now, and fuck you and fuck everybody else, and everybody's like going after each other for resources and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's where we're going, I think. It's down that road. And so maybe we've done that in the past too, like what's his name says, Graham Hancock. Maybe there was an advanced civilization in the past before our peoples came along,
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, we don't have any proof that there isn't any there as well. And there is sort of some kind of proof, obviously through the Hancock guy, that there could be a possibility of an entire civilization of getting ruined. And, who's to say that didn't happen? Because who's to say in, 100,000, 200,000, a million years, ours didn't do the same. And we're hoping, people of the future can remember us. So.
Yeah. I mean, I saw some video. I can't remember who was talking about it, but they made a good point. Because a lot of skeptics say, well, if there would have been an advanced civilization before ours, there would have been like evidence still here, and so so this video said, well, we have evidence that dinosaurs existed. Right, but when they existed, there was just like millions and millions and millions and millions for the however length of time that dinosaurs were around, the hundreds of millions of years. So you would think fossils would be all up in the dirt, right? But they've only found like not a whole hell of a lot of fossils. Like especially whole ones. I think they don't really have too many dinosaur fossils. So it's like. And then you have like the tecton, the plates, what is it, convection? Is it convection where the plate goes under another and shit gets all ground up and stuff? It could be totally happen with another civilization like maybe 100 million years ago.
Right, yeah, I mean, you never know. I mean, yeah. My backdrop is falling down.
I loved how you try to be professional and said, yeah, that's right, whatever you said, and you're trying to deal with the falling down stuff, because that's something I totally do, right? Like, if I was in a conversation and all of a sudden some shit fell on top of me, I'd try to keep my cool. I'd be like, yeah, right. That's right, whatever you said. What the fuck is this thing? And then try to fix it. So, do you need a break? Do you want to take care of that?
No, I'm gonna push through. If it comes down, it comes down. It is what it is. It's being held up by duct tape.
Duct tape, that's right. That's some good stuff. You should be all right. Is there any weight being applied to it? Is there like a strong breeze or something? Or?
No, it's a curtain, so it's heavy as it is.
Are you in peril?
No.
All right. Because I don't, the spooky trees is one thing, but, some heavy ass shit that could probably snap your neck, if it fell on your
I didn't think about that. I'm going to do that next time. I'm bringing my scary trees next time. That curtain is so much lighter, and it won't look like scary trees because I got to use it long ways, so they'll be side to left to right instead of up and down.
You're so sweet. I love me some scary trees.
They're the best.
Yeah, I always have this fake fear of the scary trees, but in reality, I love the scary trees, and I miss them. So not that what you have now is bad. What you have is all right, It's cool. I'm just saying.
We'll do the scary trees.
Kind of miss the scary trees.
I know, me too.
We got cartoons here at the show as always because I'm like 8 years old and I like to sit in front of the TV with my bowl of Cheerios that I had to put like half a pound of sugar in because Cheerios taste like packing material. And watching the cartoons, you know, so that's why I have this feel good love for the solid JJ cartoons. You know, it kind of brings me back to the days. It's kind of like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, right?
Yeah.
When Space Ghost was an actual legit like serious cartoon. You know, I think he like killed people and stuff like that. You know, Space Ghost was no joke. There was no funsies on that show. And then he has the talk show on Cartoon Network, and you know, here I am in college, me and my buddies were just getting baked and we watched this show, we're like, what the fuck is this? What is Space Ghost doing on a talk show?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that's how I felt with that, what is it, Eric and Andre Awesome Show or something, where they would interview people and just do some stupid stuff. Oh my god, I just used to watch that like, is this a real show? Like, is this real? Is this scripted? Is this real? I just wanted to cringe, go into a hole, throw up maybe a little bit. It was horrible.
Is it Eric Andre is the one where he shoots the dude, right? He has the and he has the desk that's like made out of cardboard. He's always just like fucking it up every episode.
Yep. It was so cringy. It was brutal to watch.
I know, right? I've seen a few of those. Those are it's great because that's the thing is you don't really know if the guest is in on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know they gotta be though because they probably watched the show before they went.
I mean, I would hope so, because it's like that Zach Galifianakis show as well, Between Two Ferns. Like you don't think like, do you think they're in on it as well? Like I know the Steve Carell one was definitely in on it, but there's been a couple of Zach Galifianakis Between Two Ferns interviews that were kind of like, ooh, is this actor gonna hit you right now?
Yeah, those are delightful as well. I love those because it's like you know what the show is about, but you don't know specifically what's going to be happening on the episode you're going to be on, right? So you go on you go on Eric Andre, and you know, and God knows what he's doing. You know, just like goes in the corner and takes a shit or something, and everybody starts applauding. You're like, what the fuck kind of show is this? You know. So, but I respect the spirit of its craziness. I like the fact that it's trying to like shock people and stuff like that. So,
but this show that you always show me, like this cartoon thing, when I first started watching it, I thought it was like a compilation of like superhero memes. You know, like that meme of like all the Spider-Mans pointing at each other and stuff.
Right.
I thought some guy was trying to like make a story of all the used superhero memes, and then I come to realize that it's like not all there is a couple memes in there, but it's not all memes.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like, here, let me bring this up. I won't play it yet, but let's see if this works. So you see, because it looks like a meme because you have the classic impact font there, which you know was in the early days of memes. That's where things started going, was towards the impact, right? Okay. And then now people just do their own thing, you know, because of cancel culture. So, wait, what? Did anybody else show up here? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm not quite sure how many people are watching, but, you know. Oh, it says 25 people are watching. That's very nice. So 25 people. Yeah.
They missed you, Warren.
They missed you too, Miss Jimi. These people are starved for entertainment. I'm going to tell you that right now. These people were held underground in the underneath the Denver International Airport for 16 years, I believe. Is that right, Rick? You were there for 17 because you volunteered to stay an extra year because you liked it. But now they're back, and we're back. So, we have to make sure that, I say crazy shit that nobody understands.
Yeah, and I go along with it.
You do, because you just like getting stoned and you don't give a fuck. You're the honey badger. You know that? You are. I'm going to start calling you honey badger. You're the honey badger.
I'm starting to realize that, yeah.
Jimmy says, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
That's like that Tupac song. I love that Tupac. I'm not really a rap person, but I have a couple of Tupac songs. I have California Love on there, and I have that song, I don't give a fuck. Because I really like that song. I think that song's really great.
Good one. West Side?
Rick said, yes, I was, Warren. I had to fight off the Middle Earth hordes. Yes, those Middle Earth hordes, Rick. My God, man. I can't believe we made it an hour 9 minutes so far. This is great. Are you excited to be back? You know what? Hang on a second. We'll get to the cartoony stuff here in a second. Let's chat some more. We haven't seen these people in a while. Mouse over here. Mouse is crazy. I like Mouse. I always like I've always worked in places where there's that one really, really fun guy, super nice, but he's a little bit off his nut, and just does some crazy shit. Hey Sherry, good to see you. Hello. I think you were here earlier. I'm sorry we didn't see you earlier. She says back in the 70s there was a really funny late night show called Fernwood Tonight with Martin Mull and Fred Willard. That's right. You are correct, young lady. I remember that I was a little kid. All that kind of stuff. I never saw Fernwood Tonight then, but I was very well aware of Martin Mull and Fred Willard, because Fred Willard, I believe, was on this NBC show called Real People, right? And all it was just like they would just go out and meet these people who like just did unique stuff, or was just like like there was this one guy, I can't remember where he was. I think he was in Ohio or something. It was just like this older black dude, and what he'd do every morning, he'd just go out to his mailbox, and as people drove by on the street, he would just wave at them. Just like, hi, good morning. And and they had those are the kind of stories they would do on Real People. It was pretty cool.
You're getting a lot of compliments about your facial hair coming back. Cynical Girl likes your facial hair, and so does Snow Himbo.
Well,
facial hair is popular.
Okay, so I have to compromise, because this stuff really doesn't need to be here. I will compromise with a goat during the summer, but a beard during the summer, like a full beard, oof, that's just a sweat and bacteria and disappointment factory. You know what I mean? It's just like gross, and then you gotta wash it, and then your face is hot. Because like I said, I don't have air conditioning in here, so hence I have to create my own. So yeah, so I will definitely keep the goat. I'll keep the goat because I like the goat. And people think I have fried chicken for them, or crystal meth, one of the two. Right. Because I am the danger.
Still on that, huh?
That at my workplace, okay. So I have to say this. At my workplace, there's this young man who looks just like Will Smith's son, Jaden. Is that his name? Jaden Smith?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, something like that. Anyway, the kid looks just like him. So the kid tells me, he says, hey, you look like that guy on Breaking Bad. He said, has anybody ever told you that? I said, yeah, I've heard that before. I said, has anybody ever told you that you look like Will Smith's kid? He goes, yeah, I've heard that a lot. So we formed a bond. Jaden Smith, thank you, Computer Miguel.
That's right.
So we formed a bond of people just telling us that we look like certain people all the time. So There's a club. There's a whole society of people who are told all the time that they look like a specific actor or actress, right?
Right. Okay.
Which one do you get? Who do people tell you to you? Who do people that tell you you look like the most?
I can't pull up her name. Hillary Swank is the one that I've heard the most.
Hillary Swank?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you get people go, yeah, has anybody ever told you you look like Hillary Swank? Oh my God, you're just like twinsies. Are you separated at birth?
No, I've heard it maybe like 2 or 3 times, and that's it. My face changed a lot when when I lost my baby fat. So before that, people would tell me I look like Britney Spears, but then once I lost all my baby fat, I heard Hillary Swank. So it hasn't been consistent for any period of time.
All right, I don't know if you're going to get the reference. And this reference was made the other night on Chicago Corner when we were on there, that you look like Jolene Blaylock from Star Trek Enterprise.
I don't see that, but I mean, I'll take it because she's hot.
I see it. I do see it, and she is hot, and it is very logical to tap that ass.
I mean, those titties, though.
I'm all about to live long, but that prospering sounds pretty good too. Right? Jesus loves us all. I worked with a guy named Jesus, and I'm always bringing water in there. I say, hey, can I have some wine? He's like, that's not funny, man. You know I'm Hispanic, man. You know I'm not Christ. I go, yeah. I know you're not Christ, man. It's just a joke. So anyway, you should watch this cartoon because this is kind of funny. So speaking of drugs, earlier, this is about drugs, I believe. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Ready?
Yep.
And make sure if you can let me know in the comments there if you can hear this or not. All right, ready, set, go, action.
Hiya, kids. Iron Man here. Normally, when you think of the Avengers, you picture us beating the bad guys and saving the day.
But you see, there is a force of evil that not even the Avengers can defeat on their own. That's right, Jelly Green. Drugs are bad. If anyone ever offers you any, just remember these words.
Say no.
Say no! Say no! Ask him to give you superpowers.
Cut. Oh my God. Why would you say that?
What do you matter, man? I think that's a very important distinction to make.
Listen, Cap, I understand that you got your powers from a drug, but that was a very, very unique circumstance, okay? The last thing we need are drug dealers telling kids that if they do heroin, they'll have spider senses, okay?
Well, I wouldn't say that. That'd be lying.
Yeah. Okay, back from the top, okay? Just stick to the script. So, kids, if someone ever comes up to you offering you drugs, just remember to say no.
Say no! Say no! Say no!
It's that simple, kids. And if you do that,
Unless you snorted up to a roll-up $5 bill.
No.
Oh, geez! Well, I thought if I was more specific about how I got my powers, there wouldn't be any confusion.
Well, it sounds like you tell kids to do coke.
I would never tell kids to do coke. Pepsi's the taste of the new generation.
Are you saying you got your powers by snorting it up through your nose? Through a rolled-up $5 bill?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, what exactly did the super soldier serum look like?
Sorry to say, but that's classified,
Was it like a white powder?
Maybe.
Oh my God, Cap! I think they just gave you cocaine.
They did not just give me cocaine. It was a multi-million-dollar operation.
Look, I'm not
You
saying that.
really expect me to believe that cocaine can give me all my fantastic abilities, like my heightened reflexes, or my incredible stamina, or even keeping me in shape like this?
That's
That's definitely cocaine. It can't be.
Well, hey, cocaine doesn't normally last as long as it has for you, so maybe it really was some kind of special government coke, you know?
See, I'm not out of my mind here. I'm a superhero. I mean, I do need to replenish on the serum every now and then. I just meet up with government officials. They're often undercover in the city. Most often under dimly lit bridges or alleyways. And they give me the serum for cash. Or alternate forms of compensation.
All right, I've heard enough. I think we'll have a conversation about this later, but for now, just sit this one out, all right?
But what are these alternate forms of
Thor, just shut the fuck up and read the script. Okay, rolling in 3. And kids, so just remember, the next time someone comes up to you offering you drugs, just say no.
Say no! Do them all, double fist that shit, whatever they offer, just fucking do it. If it's your whatever, you'll be a superhero. You'll feel super strong, you'll be like me, you'll be cool. Your friends will like you, your family will love you, you'll feel like a god!
You feel like a god.
You feel like a god. Oh.
He definitely got government coke for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. They don't call him.
That's awesome.
They don't
That was a
call
good
him
one. I actually enjoyed
Captain
that
for
one.
nothing. You mean, yeah, I mean, look, I understand, you know, if you didn't grow up with these kind of, because I remember the old 60s, like, in syndication, cartoons that were like that kind of animation, you know, and it was like the kind of 60s, it still sounded like 50s gangsters a lot of times, like, come on, super friends, let's go up in the sky, yeah, see, woo, you know, and you know, but anyway, it's just a little bit of nostalgia for me, so and I like to impart that kind of craziness that kids today didn't get to experience. They have their own brands of craziness these days, so
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Dare generation, but we still heard Just Say No as well, so.
So ridiculous.
I know.
Just say no to you. That's what it said, you know.
Don't say no, just say how much.
Yeah, it's like, and, you know, is it a hybrid or is it, you know, what's the percentage of THC? Yeah, those are questions you need to know. So,
That's right.
let me ask you something, Jimmy. Do you have a relationship with your weed stores? Like, do you know the people that work there, and or is it just a cold business transaction for you? Like, you know, like you're going, what the fuck was that? You're being invaded.
It's a mosquito. It's one of those big ass the skeeter eaters is what they're called.
Oh, the
Fucker, go away.
dragonfly looking things.
No, well, they're just mosquitoes, but like, you know, huge. They're called skeeter eaters. They eat the mosquitoes.
Oh, right. Yeah, those are the good mosquitoes.
Yeah, they're just humongous, and he's like right in my face.
Rick says it's a rod. It was a UFO that got into Jimmy's little makeshift
That's right.
tent, her FEMA tent there. See, look at that. Someone's
God
got
damn
it.
it, dude! It's my light. They're like obsessed with my light. Get the fuck. Get out of here! I'm gonna hit you eventually, bro. Look, not a single hit was made. Are you kidding me?
Your insect
I hit
abuse knows no bounds. I'm calling child services on you for. They don't bite you. They're looking for mosquitoes.
Yeah, but he's so big.
That's what she said. Anyway,
Motherfuckers.
Ed says locusts. Maybe it's end of days, Jimmy. You think?
It is. Have you seen the morbid crickets that are out in Nevada right now? Oh,
Mormon crickets.
yeah. Thousands
get
of
it.
them just covering everybody's houses and yards and streets. It looks like the fucking plague. It's disgusting.
They're looking for John Smith. Wasn't that the Mormon dude guy? He said Jesus was in America, and that he found some gold tablets or something in a hole, and told him all this
Moses.
crazy shit. No, the John Smith, the guy who started the Mormon religion. He found these gold tablets, like in America. He's an American. He found these tablets, and started the Mormon religion off of it. Said Jesus. It's like some sort of the Book of Mormon. I guess it's the Book of Mormon. I thought that was just the musical.
It's just another
Bible.
branch of the Jesus of Abraham religion. So it's the same fucking God. It's literally the same God.
Well, yeah, and John Smith said he basically pulled an L. Ron Hubbard, said, you know what, I'm going to invent a religion. Because I think he was the only one who had seen the gold tablet. So, you know, he could have said whatever he wanted, you know. And, you know, fast forward to 2023, you can't buy Pepsi or coffee in Utah. You know, no, I'm kidding. You can buy it there. The Mormons don't drink caffeine, so it's like, you know.
I couldn't live without caffeine.
I guess they have caffeinated beverages for tourism. They're like, come to Utah, we have soda and coffee. Okay. Right, like the rest of the country.
Well, then I might go to Utah now. So.
Well, the rest of the country's got soda and coffee. That's not something unique. That's like
I would just go around Utah every time I would travel. Like, fuck Utah, skirt.
Why would you go to Utah so you can watch people not drink caffeinated beverages?
And then drink it right in front of them? Oh, that would be amazing.
What do you think they would do? You think they would? That goes against. Doesn't that go against their religious beliefs? You'd be accused of doing a hate crime. You better watch out. These people don't play, man. You know, the woke people and the religious people learn how to use lawyers real quick. So, you know, I'm just saying. You know, I'm just good looking out over here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Screw Google said it right here. He says, just like every other religion, some guy made it up and eventually people followed it. The difference between cults and religions is the number of adherents. Every single one began as a cult. Sure. Right? They saw something they couldn't explain, and they got together with other people who saw shit that they couldn't explain, and, you know, somebody with, like, these extra special abilities, you know, whether they had technology or what have you, you know, came to these simple people and said, you know, I'm a god. And they said, all right, cool. You can do all this crazy shit. I guess you are, you know. So what else are you going to do, right? You know. Yep.
Has anyone watched the Shiny Happy People documentary? Have you seen that yet? The episode, the series, Shiny Happy People?
I've heard of it, though. What's it about?
It's about the Duggard family. Did you ever hear about the 18 Kids and Counting TV show?
Oh, yeah. I heard about that. That the parents were like, they got divorced or something, and
no, they're still together. No, the son ended up doing. They're still together. It's one of the sons just did some really bad things with his sisters and some other girls. And they try to keep it a secret, and, you know, made the daughters go out and, like, you know, forgive him and stuff and feel shame, like, you know, it's their fault. It's another section of the Christian religion called the IBLP, and it has completely blown my mind learning about this, watching that deep TV series, because I am slowly when I watched it, I slowly started to realize, like, that was me growing up. I did not realize that growing up as a Christian, my parents took on some of the IBLP aspects of it, minus the marriage thing where you're, like, forced to be with somebody that the family does. But other than that, like, I grew up with that, and it's crazy. Like, I didn't realize I was in a cult. I grew up in a fucking cult. It's wild to me.
Well, you're not in the cult anymore, thank goodness.
Now I'm fully atheist. Thank you, cult.
Thanks, cult. You totally took any faith I ever had in God and threw it in the toilet. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. There was this thing. Somebody said something here. It says, why are people talking about Bonanza in the chat? What's wrong with you people? There said something about Hoss. And now I can't find it. What the hell? Anyway, I'm a little bit. I'm still trying to get back into the groove of the technical part of the show, Jimmy. So apologize.
No, I'm loving it because you're like more audience with me now, which is kind of cool. I'm enjoying it. Like you're reading the audience with us and hanging out. I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
Well, I tell you, that's probably the main reason I like doing this show in the middle of the night, and that's why I did it in the middle. When I started myself, was the fact that I was just having some nuts in the middle of the night, want to come on, just hang out, and chat.
Yep.
Talk about some crazy shit, whatever you want.
Hey Ed,
Oh.
I'm not in the streamer cult anymore. I don't stream anymore.
We got Laura Baza. I hope I said your Baza, B-A-Z-A. I hope I got your name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. She's on Rockfin. She said, "I'm sorry, Jimmy Saved World does sound cultish though." Talking about, I believe the religious aspect of it. You know.
Yeah, there was a part on there that really it was like the aha moment that hit me. If anybody has watched it, it's where the lead guy, the guy that teaches the IDLP version of it, he had a little child on his stage and he was teaching the children and the parents how to punish, corporal punishment. And he took the little boy in front of him and he says, do you know why I'm doing what I'm doing? And the kid is supposed to repeat, what he did was wrong. And he's like, yes, you've been a bad boy. And then he puts him over his knees and pretends to spank him, and then and then brings him back up and asks the little boy, do you know why I did that? Or no, and then he gave him a hug, and the boy didn't give him a strong enough hug. So he bent him over again and pretended to spank him again. And the kid gave him a stronger hug. So like that kind of grooming kind of thing. And it totally hit me when I saw that, because my mom used to do that to me. She would, ask me if I knew what I did wrong. And, she would spank me each time. Like she would spank me and then ask me if I didn't tell her the right thing, and until I told her what she wanted to hear. And then afterwards, if I've learned my lesson, and I would have to honestly look like I learned my lesson after I got spanked a bunch of times with a wooden paddle with holes in it, just so you guys know, because when a paddle goes and hits against the wind breaks the paddle. So my mom put holes in the paddle so that the wind wouldn't catch it and break it, so it would hit full force. Or belts too. Belts were a good one as well. And that's how I lived. And it's wild to me to see that. But see, like, I ran away and went to the police department one time after that happened, and the police brought me back to my mom's house and told me to never do that again. So the police were on my mom's side.
Yeah, I mean, and that was a culture back then too, and
Yeah.
not just where you were too. I think in smaller communities like that. I mean, in the South, in rural areas, you get the same thing too. I mean, when I went to school, I think by the time once I graduated high school, that's when they took corporal punishment out of the schools, because I got my ass whooped a few times.
I got spanked once for writing love notes to a boy back and forth. That's what I got spanked for.
Yeah. I got spanked in first grade for making Sean Martin laugh, because I had these like dress shoes on, and I was squeaking them on the floor, and they were making fart sounds, and he kept laughing because they sounded like farts. And the teacher said, "All right, that's enough." He gave me a spanking for making fart sounds with my shoes. So,
jeez,
I think she was trying to restrict my First Amendment rights to make fart sounds with shoes. So,
see, I got my spanking in 9th grade.
9th grade? You only got like one
14.
spanking? You just
It was
had
the
one
first time I
spanking?
went to that school. I went there for 1 year and couldn't.
Oh.
I didn't go back.
Yeah, I got spankings all the time, but that was by design.
It's horrible. Yeah,
No,
you
I
know
didn't
what
like
sucks too?
spankings.
I think it's like a trauma response too, because everybody that I know that likes spankings, including myself too, were spanked as kids. Like, it's something that we just it's like a term of endearment, or like an abuse of endearment that we ended up taking over or something. They're like, you did it to me so many times that now I like it. So, like, even when I would dance on stage, dude, when I was a dancer on stage, I would smack myself in the ass so fucking hard it would, like, echo across the bar just to get people's attention, just because it did not hurt, didn't do nothing. It was great. It was fine. Oh no. You all right?
Oh shit, we're still live? Anyway,
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're still PG-13. Everything's fine. Maybe a little R. So yeah. Yeah, how about that local sports team? So we got more shit here.
That's right.
His stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got. Oh wait, I forgot the second one we were gonna do. I remember the last one.
Well, this one is a fun one. Misha Paulin, who's the one of the producers for Jimmy Dore's show. She's starting to do her own kind of stuff, and we've showcased some of her videos on here, and they're very high quality, very good production. I think she does a very good job. She's a good actress. I just hope for her sake that she doesn't get. She's in Hollywood. She's in Los Angeles. So I hope she doesn't get sucked in to that Hollywood lifestyle. She's still a nice person. We don't want to lose any more. So,
okay.
But this is, warp speed jabs, right? So now it's like everything's got to be sped up warp speed, like video games. Everything's got to come out quick, and then you get your video game, and then you'll get a game patch that's half the size of the game, like 2 days later or something like that. So anyway,
right.
This is her talking about warp speed, everything. Let's watch.
From the public-private partnership that brought you Operation Warp Speed comes other things you would think take more time. Warp Speed engineering, Warp Speed adoption, Warp Speed construction, Warp Speed carnival ride safety inspection, Warp Speed sex changes, Warp Speed religious conversions, Warp Speed facelifts, Warp Speed military training, as seen in Ukraine, Warp Speed wineries, breweries, and distilleries, Warp Speed blood drives, Warp Speed biopsies, Warp Speed tattoos, Warp Speed film productions, as seen in Rust, Warp Speed agriculture and farming, Warp Speed service dog training, Warp Speed degrees, diplomas, and other certificates, Warp Speed criminal trials, due process or don't, it's your call, Warp Speed assisted suicide, and more. Before Warp Speed Airlines, I used to have my flights canceled all the time due to staffing shortages. Not anymore. Warp Speed can turn a forklift driver into a pilot in a matter of minutes. Oh, I think that's my captain speaking. He sounds like a nervous flyer. Show us something that shouldn't be rushed, and we'll show you what it looks like when it is.
Nice. So yeah, that was Misha Paulin. So
Nice.
Dingo says the background music is a little loud and it is distracting. Do you hear any music?
I don't, but you should maybe check StreamYard in the brand. Maybe you've got music going on in there.
Well, okay, let me do that. Because we want, we're all about some quality here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don't see any.
In Stream, I think it's in StreamYard. It's in your brand area.
Well, I just muted it, so hopefully that's
Okay.
for the Verk. We shall see.
That's probably it.
See, that's why we have doctors here on the show. You're a doctor.
Yeah.
You're a stream doctor. Okay, so hopefully that did it. If not, just let me know. We'll see what we can do here. So, I hear music and it is distracted. That is a frequency that can cause diarrhea after 1 hour and 20 minutes. I don't hear it. Hang on just a second.
I don't hear it either. I wish there was music all the time.
I wish there was music all the time.
God, can you imagine life as a musical? That'd be awesome.
Uh-oh. Ooh, we just took a big dip. Okay, hang on just a second. Hang on just a second,
I think maybe
guys.
they're fucking with us.
Maybe. If they are, then they have done well. But let me see here. I know what it could be. It could be one of these if I can actually get this thing to work. So, you said you wanted to touch grass, right? You wanted.
Yeah, I said that.
Hey, you know what? I needed to touch a little grass too. I think it was great to have a break of sorts like that.
Yeah, it's good to separate yourself from online, because online isn't real. Online is like the fringe of everything. All opinions is fringe online. And in the real world, it's real people and real conversations and real life stuff, and not this like DeSantis, Trump, all this crazy stuff, you know? It's everyday normal stuff. So yeah, I needed to take a break from the internet. Man, shit was getting too much.
I know what it is. Hold on a second, guys.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah, it's my background. I actually have Bladerunner music on there, so let me turn this off.
Are you serious? So they were right in the comments about it. They were saying it was Bladerunner music.
Yeah, but I couldn't hear it, and you couldn't hear it either.
No, I couldn't hear it at all, but I thought they were fucking with us.
Well, I'm as stoned as a goat, so I just naturally assume everybody fucks with me. Okay, so... No, it was what it was. It was actually I created that because when I went on Chicago Corner, I was supposed to go on the week before, but I couldn't make it on there. I had something else going on in the morning, and so I created that thing so that when they brought me on, it would have that Blade Runner music. I am so sorry, folks. I did not know that was going on the whole time. So,
oh my God, Rick says I thought they were doing the banana phone thing, like not hearing the music, but you were. We should have. Oh my.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
Well,
that would have been genius.
I told you coming back. I said this off the top that weird things could probably happen tonight. So you got to listen to Evangelist for the better part of what, an hour and 39 minutes? No, an hour and 23 minutes. So
yep.
But nobody was saying anything in the chat about it. That was the weird thing until like that was the first thing when I saw a Dingo said something about that. I mean, maybe somebody had, but, you know, I'm looking at all this other stuff, too, so I guess I didn't see the whole thing, so my apologies,
all right,
people.
so now we can start the show. Welcome to Secret Show.
Yeah, this is Secret Show. We have a great show for you this evening, apparently.
Oh, no.
Doc! Oh, no!
Oh my goodness, that was good. That was so good. All right.
That was me being very angry. Okay, what happened? Yeah, we should probably just ditch everything else. Yeah, we'll save that one for another time. But I do want to show you the magic dog, though. I got to show you the magic dog.
That's the one I want to see.
The other one was this is new channel that I found recently called Midwestern Marks, I think. And they're these guys from the Midwest who are Marxists, and pretty decent takes, not bad, you know. So trying to put them out there, but we'll save them for next time. So, or not.
Right.
My stoner brain will probably forget. But we do got to see this pupper though, because look at this, you puppers. Poopies. So you know he's a puppers. You know that pupper's already a sweetheart anyway. But watch this shit. This is I don't know how. This is a magic dog. That's all I got to tell you. So, and I'll even go full screen with this. You gotta watch this. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
Now watch this shit. What the fuck?
That's right. Those dogs are very, very, very smart, and he had to have practiced a while with that. Definitely. But those are really smart dogs.
But, I mean, unless he's... Okay. Unless he's mixing, you know, the shells the same way every time, there's no way he can train that dog to do that. Otherwise he has to train this dog to watch, I don't know how many. Wait a minute, let's go back to how many there was. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. He was training that dog to memorize where 6 cups were going.
That is pretty good. I mean,
that's the work of Satan. That's what the devil does to get you into his legion.
Hail Satan.
Hate. Stop it! That's how shit happens.
Oh, I love it.
These motherfuckers.
I know, right? Next time you hear about me, I'm going to be like dead in my bedroom, like throwing up black goo.
But it's all going to be a fake because you're just going to be like...
I'm burning you and you don't like it.
That's right. Well, I'm going to be in the Bahamas fucking drinking, smoking.
Was Anthony, what did you say, Anthony? He says, love y'all, sorry it went too dark, but this is the system that we're living in. Jeez. Well, I mean, you know, okay.
That's
I don't
right.
know what you said.
I am a dark person. Dark
I'm
humor is my life. I love that shit.
Yeah, and people who don't have gallows humor, you know, who can't understand.
You want to hear a dark joke?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so a mom and a kid was sitting at the park watching people walk by and looking at dogs and stuff like that. And the kid says, Mom, what's dark humor? And the mom looked down at her son and she says, look over there. You see that blind person? Wave to him. You're welcome. I mean, I could have gone further, like, and then the kid with no arms looked sad or something and kept it going. But yeah, I didn't want to push it.
Oh, that was delightful.
You're welcome. It's all I know.
Are you smoking a blunt?
It is a joint. It's one of those
joint.
big cone ones. It's like a giant one. Here, wait. This is what they look like. Full.
Oh, those things. Right.
Yeah. Those raw, pre-rolled cone joints. I got like a whole baggie of them.
That looks like some fucked up Halloween candy right there. Trick or treat. Here, have some rolled up shit.
That's right.
Screw Google says he loves they love dark humor too. Yeah, dark humor is great. That's the thing.
Good.
It's like I don't trust people that don't have a dark sense of humor, at least a little bit, or curse. If they don't do either one of those things, I'm a little bit like,
yeah.
I don't know, but
yeah.
You know.
I used to tell dead baby jokes a lot, but then I had kids and I started feeling really bad.
Right, because you know those dead baby jokes were actually making those babies do that stuff.
No,
you know?
but it was like, you know, I don't know. I just felt bad. All right.
That was all about shock value.
Wait. What's better than 1,000 babies nailed to one tree?
What?
One baby nailed to 1,000 trees.
Oh. Dismemberment, eh? Yeah, I remember those. I mean, it was all about the shock value, you know, because we'd always tell those jokes around the normies, and mostly around the religious people the religious kids that didn't, and they just like, oh, that's gross, you're disgusting, stop it, and because this is. How do you get 1,000 this was so disgusting. Like, how do you get 1,000 dead babies into a phone booth with a blender? How do you get them out with a straw? So, you know, it was some pretty disgusting imagery there, and I'm pretty sure
Right.
the straighties were like, how dare you?
Right.
You're talking about babies and sucking them out with straws. You're going to hell. I'll pray for your
Right.
soul. You know, one of those
Or
things.
what's worse than a pile of dead babies?
What?
The one alive eating its way out at the bottom.
Damn, I've never heard any of these.
I
This
think
is-
it was called like, dude, this was like 2000s internet. There was something called like deadbabyjokes.com or something like that, and I just memorized a lot of them.
Yeah, the dead baby jokes go way back. They go back at least to the 80s, if not before that. Rick says, yeah, dead baby jokes was always for the shock value. You laugh, you're in the club. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, it is. It's almost like kind of like two spies, or like you got to have a passcode. So you tell like a dead baby joke, and if you laugh, then you're like, okay, all right, you're
it was like real life dark web. It was like dark web in real life. You know? Yeah.
But that's how you found out who your people were, right? You know who your fucked up crazy dark people were. That's like
damn straight. Right. Damn straight. We got some of our people in the audience.
Of course, yes.
I love it.
I know, that's why they keep coming back. You know, this is like this is like a Waffle House that doesn't serve food, but it's open at least till 2 a.m. So you know, come by.
Waffle Houses serve some nice ass kickings. Shit.
We serving up ass kickings and name takings.
That's right. Was it a Waffle House where that girl like threw the chair at the girl that works at Waffle House, and the girl just like stopped the chair, threw it on the ground, and like started going after? I was like, damn, that's awesome. That's some superhero shit right there.
There's several reasons why you don't fuck with people at the Waffle House. No, mainly it's because they prepare your food for you, and you should not fuck with somebody that's gonna make something that you're gonna put into your body. And two, them some honey badgers there too. They're like, look, I'm working at a Waffle House overnight. This is it, man. This is like, the infinite number of fucks that I will never have, because I don't have any of those. I don't know where it's going with that, but that's the thing. It's like they don't care, and they will just
Waffle House workers are badass.
They are.
It's like jujitsu is in their training or something. Or like street fighting is in their training manual to work there.
I mean, come on, what are you gonna do? Call the cops? You know, the crazy shit that goes on at Waffle House. You have to learn how to defend the territory yourself, right? You know, that's why they got all them fucking frying pans and shit. They don't have all those frying
love
pans.
their chicken and waffles, so.
Yeah, I know, right? And crazy people are attracted. It's like moths to a flame, right?
Yeah.
You know, it was like the Waffle House draws crazy people in the middle of the night because it's open and it has seating, right? Mm. And there's a potential to maybe get a little free food, you know, if you're out there. Yep. But you know, if you're crazy,
it's like a Denny's too. Denny's are the same way.
Damn, see,
they get crazy people.
Poor Willie. Willie did his show earlier this evening. God love him. By the end, he was about ready to pass out. So I know he's probably still asleep. But he's my Denny's guy, right? Because he's always talking about how he'll go to his local Denny's by him, usually like on Saturdays or something. Like, I don't know if he does it before or after a show or something like that, but he loves some Denny's. Yeah, I've had Denny's before. It's not bad. I'd rather have
It's so cute
House,
because like you could just imagine sitting at a Denny's, not knowing Willie at all, just seeing this like nice, cute little gray-haired man coming in and having Denny's, not realizing he is like a free speed absolutist punk rock motherfucker with a YouTube. Like you would never guess it seeing him sitting at Denny's ever. I'm pretty sure those waitresses have no fucking clue how badass he is.
He is a chameleon when it comes to chain breakfast joints. So
I bet.
he has he's like Liam Neeson in every movie he's been in. He has a particular set of skills. And,
That's right.
And that is blending in at Denny's, not knowing what a raging maniac lurks beneath the surface. He's the one who told me about Titty Mountain in North Carolina too. So I have to think.
Titty Mountain?
Yeah. It's Pilot Mountain, right?
Okay.
So in the TV show the Andy Griffith show, right? It was called Mount Pilot, but it's really called Pilot Mountain. When Willie was on my show, he was telling me about this, and he said Pilot Mountain looks like, he said it looks like a breast that and it has like a little nipple on top of it, and so I called it Titty Mountain. So
nice. All right. I like it.
So Willie's a gentleman. He's not going to call it Titty Mountain because
Right.
and he didn't even say titty. He said breast, like he's a doctor or something. Like he's better than me. Jimmy saying breast and I'm saying titty over here. Fuck his bourgeois. I just clowned, you know I love me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure if you hung out with my mom, you would say breasts.
I love, breasts, clinical, penis,
Bye, cynical girl. Have a
labia.
good night.
Wait, where are you going?
Cynical girl's leaving.
Bye. Yeah, we got to go here pretty soon too, because I got to.
You got work tomorrow.
I got work tomorrow. Daddy's got to go salt mine tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah. No, it's fine. But I think everybody's starting to figure out that they weren't going to get any more of this music in the background. No more evangelists for an hour and whatever that was.
Aw, we got to now find background music that we could play very low for the show.
Yeah. Maybe like the Benny Hill theme. We could just have the Benny Hill theme running underneath the whole time. That wouldn't drive people up the wall or into therapy at all. So, yeah, so we should probably not do that. Anyway, so we're back in business. Our minds are nice and fresh. It was good to take a couple months off. And it was definitely good for me. I know Jimmy seems like she's all bright and fresh now too, so it seems like it's been a good deal for you too, so and give a chance for our peoples here to miss us a little bit. Sometimes we are these overpowering, monstrous personalities in the space, Jimmy, and we have a responsibility to make sure that we don't, make people run away from us, for being too cool. Because we are cool. We're very cool. Right?
Nah.
Fuck you!
I'm right.
It's magic!
It's magic! I'm fooling you and you don't like... Get the fuck away from me, bro. I will murder you and your entire family. Not you.
Such violence in the workplace.
I have a big mouth. It's called the Chihuahua syndrome. I'm like 5'0", so I have to have a big mouth.
I don't need this. I don't need this violence. This is why I left Denny's in the first place. So,
Well, you at the Waffle House now, bitch? I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
That was a good one. That was really good. That caught me off guard. That was a good one. Come on. I like that.
Keep going. You're doing great. Keep going. You're doing great.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm stoned as shit right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucked up too. Listen, this is just evolving into madness. As usual, the way we like it.
That's right.
Look, I gotta say, and I don't know what's up with this. Maybe my my Jewish friends out there can tell me, what's going on.
Schlepping through my shtetl on Ludlow Street, saw a shiksa with a tuchus too sweet for a sheet.
So I was at work the other day. There was these young Jewish boys that come in. The kids with the yarmulkes and the shirts. They come in and they're getting, it's like some group tour thing going on. And I swear to God, there was 5 of those kids who came up to me and they said, "Are you Jewish?" I said, "Why do people keep asking me if I'm Jewish?" It happens when I go to the Stop and Shop too. I'll be going in there and some dude with one of those cool ass Jewish hats will come up and say, "Hey, are you Jewish?" And I say, "No, but I'm willing to learn."
That's right.
Or I used to be, but then I got turned and now I'm in Slytherin, or something like that.
That's right. Hail
So
Satan.
I just don't understand it. But that's my life here in New York. In LA, I lived there 5 years. No, not a single Jewish person ever asked me if I was Jewish. I come here, it's like they're waiting for me. It's like they're at the airport. They're all like, "He's coming, isn't he? Everyone, when he gets off the plane, ask him if he's Jewish." So anyway,
That's right.
I think that's how that happened. I'm rambling. It's 2:00 here. We should probably get out of here. So big changes for both of us, right? You're kind of like taking a break from like doing things and stuff, right? Kind of doing your own thing, and I'm kind of doing mine too. So I think us bringing back the Secret Show was a good step. With my schedule in the real life, it's not really sure when Mundus Ultra or Extra Bull Alive is coming back. I think one of those shows my buddy Robert's going to be on, and we're going to talk about all the space goodies and stuff again. So that was pretty fun the last time. That's TBD, as they say in the TV guide, to be determined. So we'll see. But Secret Show is back. Tell all your friends. If you don't have any friends, cry a little bit, then get some friends, and then go tell them about the Secret Show. You have no excuse for not being a friendly person to people for our needs. So, anyway, what is going on with you, Jimmy? What do you, any final thoughts? Anything you want to talk about that, where you're headed next, or what's going on?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't figured it out yet. Like, I don't know. I looked at Amazon and I was thinking about getting back into doing tattoos again. I'm not sure. So I don't know. I do miss doing shows and I miss like all my friends and my, all that stuff. But I just think the news just got too much to me and too much for my emotions. And I am like, I've got a hard shell and I'm a tough person, but like every single day it was just, it got too much. So I don't know if I do a show, maybe I'll just like, I don't know, watch things that I want to watch. Maybe instead of trying to be like Hassan Piker, be more like Destiny, where I just sit there and play the video game and watch whatever I want. That sounds like fun. I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out. I haven't gotten, I was thinking about getting into the gamer community on Twitch again, like I used to be a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. Because I heard that's toxic as well. If the streamer community stops being toxic, maybe I'll come back. But
well, I don't know about that. I mean, that might be a tough thing to ask for, but but I mean, you are beloved. People love. I love the show too. Whenever I can touch it. But I understand it's a grind to do it 5 days. You did it 5 days a week like that for what? Like you started off doing what, 3 hours or 4 hours, I think. And then you whittled it down to like 2 hours or something like that. So yeah, I mean, I can understand that. So, and you're by yourself doing it too, which is extremely hard to do, especially when you're somebody who likes to bounce ideas and thoughts off of other people, you know, because you're a very good conversationalist, you know. But I mean, you do well by yourself. It's just, but I understand that being a tough thing to do. I don't know, maybe you could do like a once a month thing or something like that. That's the beauty of doing these shows like that. It's not like we're network TV. We can do these whenever we want to, you know.
Right.
So you are.
I asked Willie if he wanted to like co-host a show with me instead. If I can find somebody who wants to co-host with me on the show, that would be awesome. I'll even change the times. Like we can do the news at like 9 o'clock at night. I don't even give a fuck.
I've
but
seen
also,
you and Willie
I don't know.
together.
I might not do things through KRTD anymore too, and just through my Twitch as well. Because, you know, it's not me that's put the 2 strikes at KRTD. That, you know, it's other things that have done it. I'm just too scared to get the 3rd strike and everything be gone. I'm absolutely terrified when that happened, and so I was just thinking if I'm going to even do it, I'll probably just do it on my own Twitch in my own company, you know, kind of thing, like sort of thing.
Well, and the thing too is like if you don't, if you or whoever is using the KRTD channel, as long as you stay clean for like a certain period of time, those strikes go away, don't they?
Yeah, one of them went away, but it was like when we got the 2nd strike, the first one hadn't went away. And I think it was like a week later, the first one went away. I'm just afraid because the strikes were dumb. They were stupid and it was just no freaking reason for them. And I just know that YouTube's going to get even worse. So sorry, there's a helicopter going by.
Yeah, that ain't me this time, folks. Okay, that's her. That's Jimi's soundtrack. Okay. Although they
went around like this yesterday too. I think there might be a missing person or something. I tried to look up why there's been a helicopter searching around because it's all black. It's an all black helicopter. It's not green like the Forest Service or red and yellow like fire. It's black. I don't know what the fuck it could be.
Oh, it's a black helicopter? Oh, maybe there's a UFO down or something over there. Could be.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past it.
That's black ops. That's what black helicopters are, is black ops, man. They said on 9/11 they saw a whole bunch of black op helicopters around that day too. So just saying, not saying, just saying. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. They're looking for me because I know too much. I started rewatching crazy shit today. Look up Bashar, people. If you believe in aliens, look up Bashar aliens and alien channeling and tell me if you believe it. Let me know.
Bashar
alien channeling. Yeah.
Like BASHAR?
Yeah.
Okay. So put that in the at least put that in the YouTube chat. So yeah, tonight we're broadcasting on my channel and on Jimi's channel. Be sure to please check out her channel, Jimi Saves World, on YouTube. You know, she's trying to grow that. And this is a new chapter for her as far as like kind of getting away from KRTD's platform at least, you know, and you kind of doing your own thing. Are you still on Twitch too, or is that that's
where I'm mainly probably gonna do my things is from Twitch.
But in that Image Productions, your Image Productions on Twitch, right? Or is it Jimi Saves World on there too?
It's Image Productions. I'll probably change it to Jimi Saves World.
Okay.
But as of right now, it's Image Productions, yeah.
Well, please let us know when you do, so all of your fans out here will have that information. Okay, Jimi, thanks a lot. You know, you've been so swell coming on tonight here. You like my game show, talk show voice there. Yeah. We have some nice prizes for you, Jimi. Johnny, tell her what she's won here.
Is this where I jump up and down and scream while you tell me, and then I don't hear anything? I just look at it and scream.
You know, you could hear some Bladerunner music like these poor people did for over an hour. So,
oh, that's true. I didn't hear that.
Lucky here at the Secret Show, we're all about some BDSM. You know what I'm saying? If we can't torture you in some sort of way, then we're not doing our jobs. You're welcome? Right. Question mark.
Right?
Anyway, I just want to thank everybody for being on here tonight. And of course, Jimmy for being weird as always. You know, that's what I look forward to. But in all seriousness, it's good to be back. It's good to have everybody back. And thanks everybody for the great crowd here tonight. I think it was great. Anything else you want to tell them before we get out of here?
Leroy Jenkins.
At least I got chicken. I don't have any chicken. I'm gonna get chicken tomorrow. Damn it! I wasn't going to. Now I am. Get out of my mind, Jimmy. Good night, everybody. Peace. What do you want from my life?
Shut up, bitch!
Groovy.